Hello, everybody, and welcome to From the Mezzanine, a year in review. I'm your host, Lindsey Stone, and I am met with my Broadway bestie, Bryn.
Hi, everybody. I'm so excited.
I am so excited. This is one of my favorite
Yeah.
episodes every single year. We're going to go through the top shows for 2025, the news stories that took us by storm, and then we each have a stack of playbills here. And we are going to rank our top 10 with a few honorable mentions shows of the year. We're talking off-Broadway, Broadway, and beyond. Any shows we saw in 2025. And I think we should start off by saying how many shows we saw in 2025 because it's crazy. We see a lot of theater.
We see a lot of theater.
There's no doubt about that. And my average, if we're talking averages, okay, I averaged about one show every 5 days. That was my average.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, mine's a little hard because I wasn't here for July and August. So I didn't see any shows in the months of July or August. So technically, my number, I average one every 3 days.
Okay.
But if you take away July and August, it's definitely higher.
It's like one every other day.
Yeah, one every 2.5 days.
For when she's in New York.
Yeah.
Bryn's got game, y'all. She's a theater goer. Like, y'all think I see a lot of theater? Bryn sees a lot of theater. So,
yeah,
let's share. I, in the year of 2025, saw 73 shows.
Wow. Claps for Lindsey.
That's
so exciting.
A big improvement. If we want to talk about improvement, if we view it that way, which sure, we're all friends here. We're all theater people. So yeah, it's an improvement from last year. Last year I saw 57 shows. And now Bryn, she won't tell me. She hasn't told me, guys.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm seeing at least 2, probably 3 more.
Yes.
But right now, December 19th, I think it is, I've seen 124 shows.
Oh, okay. High five. I thought it was going to be like way more.
No.
125 last year you saw.
99. Mm-hmm. So I'm already 25 more than last year. But I think I'll probably end at like 127, 128, which is crazy, but it's good.
Wow. Okay. And then what show did we see the most? Don't say the show, but how many times did you see it? Well, because we don't want to give away what's in here. But the show I saw the most, I only saw 4 times. Like that was my most repeated show for 2025.
Okay. Well, the show I saw the most is actually not in this pile because we're only doing shows that are new to us for 2025. And the show I saw the most times was not new to me in 2025. And I will not be sharing how many times I saw it, but it's in the double digits.
I did not mean to put you on the spot.
That's what I'll say. Double digits.
Double digits.
And then the next after that was John Proctor's The Villain, which I saw 7 times.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure you can all guess what my top show was.
If you know Bryn, you know what her top show was.
Wait, what was yours? What did you see 4 times?
I don't want to tell you because it's in this pile and I don't want to give it away because I think you're going to be surprised and I don't overthink it. Don't overthink it.
Okay.
Don't overthink it. So I think to start off, do we want to look at the top Broadway news stories or do we want to look at the top shows?
Let's do news stories and then grosses.
Okay, I feel like we're going to amp up to the most exciting thing, which ultimately will be our top shows.
I know, I'm so excited.
So Broadway news stories. I feel like the most talked about thing in 2025 was Nicole Scherzinger versus Audra McDonald, who was going to win that leading actress award at the Tonys.
Yeah, that and also which one was going to win revival. Like, I just feel like those 2 shows in general up against each other were like so it was so toss up
and a lot of people thought it wasn't a toss up. Like so many people were like, obviously it's going to be Nicole,
which I didn't think it was a toss up in the sense of I thought it would obviously be Audra.
Yes, we were together on that.
Yeah, but looking back on it now, I do see like how much of a toss up it was. Like I think it really could have gone either way. People who
really
don't, well, personally,
yes, right.
I don't think there's a comparison, and I don't understand how people saw there being a comparison. I just I don't, but I get it. Like her hype was crazy, so whatever, Nicole's, but I still can't believe it.
I still can't believe it either. I hear her song at the Tonys when she was screaming her face off, and I'm like, how? And I think it's just because a lot of people saw Gypsy and it was not what they were used to seeing in a production of Gypsy. A lot of people said it like didn't hold true to the original like subject matter and the original intent of things. And for me, it was both of our first experiences with Gypsy. So we were like,
but is
this
that
is
not
amazing.
Exactly what Sunset Boulevard was?
No, precisely.
Like that's why it doesn't make sense. But also,
yes, Bryn.
I also just am mad that it won nothing because I think it closed so much earlier than anyone thought it would. Mm-hmm. Like I thought it would at least last a year on Broadway. The fact that it didn't last a year, their opening was a year ago today actually because I saw it on Instagram the day we're filming this.
We saw it. We saw it on its second preview.
They opened like their opening night was a year ago today. Okay. And like the fact that it didn't even make it a year, I wanted to have seen it again, but it closed when I was gone in the summer. Like it's so disappointing. I thought it was so good.
So how many times did you see Gypsy?
Only 3.
Okay, I think I probably saw it 3 times too, or maybe 4.
But it's the kind of show that if it had lasted longer, like I could have seen myself going like once a month when I was living here, like just to see it because it's like her performance was insane.
The thing is, they obviously weren't going to recast considering it was Gypsy Audra Gypsy, like one and the same.
But I don't think it closed because she was like, I'm done.
No, it didn't. It closed because it was time.
It wasn't making enough money.
Yeah.
Which is just like unfortunate because that is one of those performances that like is a performance of a lifetime for me.
Of a lifetime. Ah! Oh my gosh.
Like I have goosebumps thinking about.
Me too. No, literally.
Her in that show. Like
she was insane. Just the best performance I think we had on Broadway. But that was last year, 2024.
Maybe
Let's talk about that. What was your favorite performance on Broadway this year? Or should we ask these questions after we go through top 10?
Maybe after because I think mine will kind of reveal.
Okay, let's circle back. So next news story that was huge. We had Hamilton. 10 years of Hamilton in 2025. A whole decade of Hamilton on Broadway. Leslie Odom Jr. came back and we both got to see that. How special.
I was thinking that was definitely like the hardest ticket to score this year that we scored. Like I was thinking about all the shows I saw and I was like, which is like the most unique or like the biggest flex that I got to see?
Yeah.
And probably that.
Without a doubt.
And it was his first show too.
Eek! Oh, I have chills again. How many times am I going to get chills in this episode?
A lot. I'm goosified.
I'm goosified. It was amazing to like have this resurgence of Hamilton, a show that I have loved for 10 years and so many people have. And then just to like have it all come back to you. At first when Hamilton was coming back around and they were going to release the Pro Shop back into theaters, I was like, okay, like we can watch it at home, yada, yada. But then I just totally got like picked up and whisked away in the excitement of everything. And like I went to the United Palace to watch the documentary there and we saw Thane Jasperson and Renee Elise Goldsberry. And then I saw Renee's documentary because they aligned that, Satisfied with coming out with Hamilton. It was just like all things coming up Hamilton in 2025. And it was awesome because we're going to have this again in 5 years and then we'll have a huge one again in just 10 years. And Hamilton will still be on Broadway. But you know what's crazy to think about? We went to Wicked's 20th.
I know.
Like, and Hamilton's 20th is only another 10 years away.
Which like, that's double what they've been on Broadway for already. So I feel like it's a long time.
I feel like that's crazy to think. Like when you think about it like that Hamilton's already been on Broadway for 10 years.
Totally.
Like it feels like it was not that long ago when it came to Broadway.
I'm more thinking about Wicked 25 in 3 years.
Yeah.
Which will be crazy. But I think like for me who wasn't a huge Hamilton fan, like when it first came out, this was like fun to kind of experience a little bit of the madness that it was in like 2015, 2016. And I'm completely blanking on what he called them. But like on the Tuesdays when they would do the concert outside of the theater.
Ham for Ham.
That resurgence was really fun.
Did you go to one?
I didn't really go. I mean, I did go.
For your graduation.
The day of my graduation, I went. It was pouring rain. It was like not that great, but it was just so cool to like get to be there. Yeah. And it was just fun to like have that all come back and experience it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, loved that.
Big part of the year.
A shock of the year that like pushed us into action immediately was Josh Boone leaving The Outsiders unannounced. Yes. And we can also talk about other people leaving their shows unannounced. Mackenzie Kurtz, Heather's what? She left all of a sudden, our Heather Chandler. But that was a shock because he was the first
Totally.
principal lead to depart from The Outsiders, and it was practically overnight. Like, they announced it, and we had a few days to go and see it, and we did, and we saw it.
He announced on a Friday, called out of the show Friday night. Saturday, matinee got canceled because of a power something flood. I don't know what happened on the street. So he performed 2 shows after announcing his departure, which he was Tony nominated for that role. Like, it was huge for him. He was a huge part of it. And it hadn't even been a year of the show, which usually a new musical with people making their Broadway debuts, their contract is at least a year.
Yeah.
So that was crazy. Also, yeah, Mackenzie Kurtz Irish exiting. No one knew she was leaving until they gave her flowers at curtain call. Like,
oh my God.
Like, everyone in the audience was like,
didn't even
this is
know.
how I found out.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna miss her. Obviously,
Mhm.
in my head, whenever I saw that posting that she made about this was my last night in Heather's, I thought, you know what? There's been so much switch up at Heather's, I must have missed it. I was just like, oh, okay, I must have missed that. But,
It's been all over the place.
yeah, it's unfortunate. But yeah, that was a major shock and kind of like spurred this frenzy in the Outsiders fan base being like, is this just what we're doing? Are we just like kicking people out with no notice? Is this like going to continue to happen? And it hasn't. So, but also it should be noted now looking back, we thought, okay, he must have gotten signed to something else and nothing else that we know of was the cause of this.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain he filmed a movie. That we just don't know anything about yet.
That's so crazy though.
It's weird that it's been this long, but I'm like almost positive that that's what it was. But he is coming back to Broadway.
Yes, I'm very excited for that. Joe
exciting.
Turner's.
Yeah, coming on.
Looks like it's going to be amazing. Oh, something that has been just a thrill of the season is O'Mary with the amazing castings. Of course, it brought me, Cole Escola, meeting them. How incredible they are. Like they were my icon of the season.
Oh, 100% that Tony's look. Insane. But yeah, it definitely like, I don't know if I would say I'm surprised that it had success on Broadway based on its success off Broadway, but I'm surprised that the success has lasted so long and like beyond Cole.
Yes. And everybody has eyes on it. Everybody's so excited to see who the next casting is. Do you know that next casting?
No, I mean, I'm excited because Jinx Monsoon is coming back and I'm hopefully going to try and see it with her again because I also want to see Cheyenne Jackson. But I don't know. Jason.
I
was going to say Mason Alexander Park, which I think is who it is in the West End.
Oh, well, yeah. Cameron is in his. He's got
Cameron John Mitchell.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, no, I don't know who it is, but people seem to be excited.
Yeah, I did a deep dive on them. He created Hedwig and the Angry Inch, and he also was the original actor in it. Yeah. So that's how they're known.
And we also have Simu Liu coming
That's
in.
awesome.
That's crazy.
You know who I kind of wanted Simu Liu to be the next Oliver in maybe Happy Ending, but I don't know if he has the chops, but he was my pitch. So now that he's aligning himself with Broadway, I'm like, okay, it's not off the table.
Yeah, I
Did
don't
you
know
see that Lafay is campaigning to be the next Claire?
Yes.
Is that how you say her name, Lafay?
I don't know.
Me neither. I don't like
Lafay.
love her music or anything, but I think it'd be fun.
I just know who she is. I don't really know anything else
and
about
I
her,
want success for that show.
100%.
Love. Okay, another big and unfortunate news story that was huge is the fact that we were so excited. We were getting our 2 queens, Kristen Chenoweth and Idina Menzel, both on Broadway. We thought at first it was going to be at the same time. Nope. Redwood closed extremely quickly, but not as quickly as Queen of Versailles. So that has been a shock of this past year that, oh my gosh, how exciting. These ladies are coming back to Broadway and they're both in flops.
Yeah, definitely really interesting, really unexpected. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about them.
We're like, everything that could have been said's been said.
I still respect them both.
Yeah.
And think they're both very talented.
They are. They are.
Material choices were interesting that they made. Yeah.
I hope maybe they learned something from this experience and choose better in the future. And Bryn wanted to talk about this, so this is all for you, my girl. Trisha Paytas coming to Broadway
diva.
twice. And you
Yes.
saw her in Beetlejuice, but you did not see her in her Broadway.
No,
show.
her big Broadway extravaganza was a huge deal. It was like obviously her Broadway debut. It was a big thing, sold out instantly. But that was honestly not as crazy to me as her being in Beetlejuice, because she like does solo tours all the time.
Mhm.
So to me, Broadway was just like a
stop.
stop on the tour.
Mhm.
And yeah, she had freaking Ben Platt on that stage with her. Like, that's insane. But the fact that she like actually joined Beetlejuice for like 3 weeks and had lines and like sang and acted, like that is so crazy to me.
Mhm.
But so iconic, and their grosses were so much better when she was in it.
Oh, yeah.
So-
no, for sure.
I love it.
It's like the lowest grossing musical.
But the other thing that kind of happened this year that I don't think is on your list is we had 2 tours stop on Broadway, which the only other time I've heard of this happening was The Wiz.
Right.
Which felt a little different to me because it was like the final stop on the tour. They changed the cast for it. Like
Right.
they stunt casted a little bit with Wayne Brady. Like it was a little bit different, where these 2 shows both just like
Plopped onto Broadway. As is.
I saw both of them.
When did
and
you see Mamma Mia?
A few weeks ago. Did I not tell you?
I don't think I knew
The
this.
woman in front of me
Oh, yeah,
was
yeah.
filming her and her daughter on the back camera. Okay. So phone up in the air, back camera. Would then turn it around and watch it
Oh my God.
and crop it to send it to people. She FaceTimed someone in the middle of the show.
Oh, yes.
It was
yes,
crazy.
yes.
What was your worst audience experience of 2025?
You're just asking me this question so you can tell your story.
Well, I'm just curious.
My worst audience experience. Maybe when you tell your story, I'll remember, because I can't think of anything.
One of mine was definitely a Mamma Mia, that woman, because the ushers didn't do anything. They asked her once to put her phone away in the entire 2.5 hours of the show, and she had it out the whole time.
Mhm.
My other one was Heather's last weekend, when the person behind me threw up all over themselves and all over the floor, got up and left and didn't tell anyone. So we had to spend majority of Act 1 sitting in our seats with vomit behind us because we were against a wall. So I couldn't just go tell an usher because we were about 8 people into the aisle.
But you have to say what she was doing before that. Just speaking.
Oh, just speaking, but not like, oh my God, did you see that? Like a whisper. Like, don't get me wrong, I do that. I whisper in shows sometimes. Full like, oh my God, do you remember Claire from high school? She was terrible. Like, sorry, I just used my sister's name.
I was going to say.
But like full volume talking about her high school bullies.
That's insane.
And I literally,
Belligerent.
I am not subtle. If you
No,
are
she's
being
not.
that loud, like, it's one thing if you're like, oh my God, I've seen this person before. Like a little whisper once or twice. I get it. I do it. But I was full turning my head around, like staring at them. Nothing, no change. And then she was silent for 10 minutes and then threw up. So she was wasted.
Disgusting.
Terrible. 7 p.m. on a Saturday at a freaking high school musical.
Appalling. What
Yeah.
was my worst audience interaction? What would it be, Bryn? What would it be?
I mean, maybe you didn't have anything that bad this year.
It's always just like the tour or like the really touristy shows.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there's something I'm just not thinking of.
Maybe not. Maybe you had good vibes all around.
I mean, just these middle-aged people who cannot be off their phones.
Yeah.
Like at Moulin Rouge, whenever we saw that, the people next to us were just on their phones. Like,
Yeah.
they're glued to them, and it's ridiculous. And you want to say that the younger generation has a problem? Maybe you should look in the mirror.
Yeah, it's crazy. But back to touring shows on Broadway.
That should be
It's just weird.
That should be their New Year's resolution. Do you have any theater New Year's resolutions?
Ooh. I hope we get a couple more new musicals.
Please, new musicals for the new year. Yes.
I really like, when I was picking my top 10 shows, I realized it had been a while since I felt, not as much with musicals, but there have been times in my theater going career, we'll say, that I have seen a play and just been like gobsmacked
Yeah.
by the talent, by the story, by everything going on. And I feel like I haven't had that in a while.
I was gobsmacked by one this year, and it is actually not my top 10, but one I'll just say it because it's not my top 10. Delaria Off-Broadway.
I wish I saw it.
I was like shook to my core.
I wish I saw that
from that one.
I had 2 that I thought were phenomenal, and they are in my pile. But I just miss that, like, oh my God, glorious feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And the only musical, like, there's only one musical I've seen in 2025 for the very first time that I left being like, I love it. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah. I feel like lately mine have been more so slow burns. I see it. I need to see it again. You know, I haven't had one that I see and I'm like, oh, what was that? That was amazing. I have. I probably a few of them in this pile, but like they're not my top ones. It's just like, that was great. But some of my top ones, like I kind of had to marinate with a bit.
I guess I'm just thinking like 2024. I had The Outsiders, The Notebook, which I loved. I know you didn't love, but loved The Notebook. What else was 2024 that I just thought of?
Gatsby was like one of my like, I love that feeling, like that total obsession feeling.
I'm trying to think what the other, I just had it. I mean, even like Suffs.
Yes.
2024, first time I saw it, I was like, oh my God, loved it.
But also you have to remind yourself, like, potentially nothing will compare to our first season living here and seeing shows.
Totally.
Like, I think there's something to be said for that. Like, before we were hypercritical, like we clearly are now. You know, we were just going and we didn't expect so much. And now our expectations are very high.
I will say the 1 month period of 2024 that 45th Street went Kimberly Akimbo, The Notebook, The Outsiders. I actually like nothing will ever compare to that for me.
We're not talking about 2024.
No, I know, but I'm just saying I feel like we haven't had anything like that this year.
Maybe it'll be Lost Boys in 2026.
Yeah,
Hold
if it comes.
Space for Lost Boys.
I hope so.
Another thing we didn't talk about in the news stories was Wicked, but of course we've talked about it.
Yeah.
Ad nauseum. So let's get into the top Broadway shows of 2025. We are
excited.
Looking at a compiled list of the grosses for every single show that has been on Broadway, play, musical, all together. And we are going to see what our most grossing shows were of the year.
Are you going to quiz me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. What's number 1? Or should we go 10? Should we start 10?
No,
Is that better?
No.
Okay. What's number 1?
Wicked.
No.
The Lion King.
No.
Hamilton.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to think about the fact that they grossed like 6 million in 1 week. Like
You're
something
right.
insane.
Okay. Hamilton.
Hamilton grossed. Okay. Everybody make sure you're sitting down for this. $122 million in 2025.
And think about the fact that Elon Musk has 100 times that amount of money just to himself.
And think about the fact that Lin-Manuel Miranda.
I just hate that.
Bryn's getting political. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
No, I love that. But think about the fact that Lin-Manuel Miranda is getting at least a 10% cut of that. So our wealthy king.
Yeah, we love that for him. Okay, number 2 is probably Wicked.
2 is Wicked.
3 Lion King.
And they grossed only $3 million less than Hamilton.
I thought you were saying only $3 million. I'm like, yeah, yesterday. Like,
yes. Okay, so Hamilton 1, Wicked 2, Lion King 3. What is 4? I would have never guessed this.
Harry Potter?
No, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you the next, all of them, because I think it's getting too hard. 4 is Aladdin.
Oh, yeah, that was my second guess.
What? Like, that has not been in the top 5. I think it just consistently makes a lot of money.
It's consistent, and when it makes a lot, like tourist weeks, it makes a lot.
It makes a lot. MJ is 5. Death Becomes Her is 6.
No way. Good for them.
Harry Potter is 7.
Yeah.
Harry Potter next year is going to be really high because Tom Felton.
How long is he in it though?
I don't know. I know he's in February. So
okay.
8 is The Outsiders.
Yay, Outsiders!
They gross 61 million.
Good for them.
Maybe Happy Ending is next. They're 9.
No freaking way. I think it's okay. It is important to remember for Maybe Happy Ending. This is about 49, 50 weeks of grosses. There are a lot of shows who, if you did it like by week average, would have made a lot more than like most of these shows. But because they were only short runs, they made a lot less. But it's kind of interesting to think about it that way. And like Good Night and Good Luck with George Clooney, I'm sure made, like, if they had been open for a year, would have crazily surpassed these numbers.
Precisely. Our number 10. Do you have a guess after all of that?
Good Night and Good Luck?
No.
What has been open all year?
Yes. That's what you want to think of for sure.
Moulin Rouge?
No.
And Juliet?
No. Girl, no.
Okay, sorry. I'm trying to think what else has been open all year. We've done Death Becomes Her. We've done Outsiders. We've done Maybe Happy Ending.
Oh, Mary. Yeah, she got it. Gatsby's right below that, though. So this gives us like an amazing
Gatsby
perspective.
made more money than Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge is right below.
Okay.
All of these ones towards the end, Maybe Happy Ending, Oh Mary, Gatsby, Moulin Rouge, Good Night and Good Luck, and Hell's Kitchen, they're all really within like a few million.
Yeah, which is crazy when you think about Good Night and Good Luck only being open for about 6 months.
Not 6 months. It was
4
shorter
months,
than
March
that.
to June, maybe?
I think it was like, what's 12 weeks? 4 months? Yeah.
3 months, yeah.
3 months. It was like
3 or 4 months. That's
a blip
insane.
on the radar. So,
but it probably wouldn't have sold as well for a year because you run out of audiences.
And when you look at things like this, it really makes you realize how much has come into Broadway in the last year.
Yeah.
Like, this is a long list. So those were our top 10 shows. I am surprised that like Othello, Good Night and Good Luck didn't like crack into the top 10. But also, like you said, it makes a lot of sense. They ran for a moment, but they also recouped. And from this list, like other than our obvious ones that have been on for forever, Oh Mary recouped, have Maybe Happy Ending and Outsiders and Death Becomes Her recouped.
Outsiders is probably close.
How?
And
How
Death Becomes Her is probably close. Maybe Happy Ending is very far.
I don't think they're very far. Outsiders grossed 61 million. Maybe Happy Ending grossed 55 million.
Yeah, but Outsiders has already done like 6 more months than Maybe Happy Ending. And when they were making a lot of money, they were making way more money than Maybe Happy Ending ever did. And I think they probably cost not like a crazy different amount to put on, but I know the Maybe Happy Ending screens were like
the
an
production
obscene
value.
amount of money.
Let's see what it was mounted at.
What else can I say about 2025? 2025 was probably not my favorite theater year I've ever had. I think 2024 will be very hard to beat for the rest of my life. But we did have some good things in 2025, and I'm really excited to talk about my top 10. Honorable mention goes out to The Outsiders because it couldn't be in my top 10, as well as Romeo and Juliet, and as well as Maybe Happy Ending. Obviously, that's my other one.
So I'm reading that Death Becomes Her's cost amount was almost $32 million.
Wow.
That's a lot. That is a lot.
So they're actually probably not that close to recouping because they also, I think, have a high payroll because they have so many people on that stage and they have big, big, big names.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently, it takes about $600,000 a week to maintain Maybe Happy Ending.
Mm-hmm.
They got to be close. Truly, I would think. Anyways, it is the time that you've all been waiting for. It is time to reveal our top 10 favorite shows of 2025.
This is crazy.
I'm so excited. Okay. First, our honorable mentions.
Yeah.
I have 2 honorable mentions. Okay. What about you?
I have 2.
Okay. Ready? Let's reveal them. You go first.
Mine are Just in Time and Oh Mary with Jinx Monsoon.
Nice.
Because these are 2 shows that they're not like my favorite shows per se. But Jonathan Groff's performance in Just in Time is probably one of my favorite performances of the year. I just don't love the show. And then Jinx Monsoon and Oh Mary, I just like love her so much and she was so funny in it. But again, it just like didn't make it to my top 10 shows. It probably could have. It was very close. But so these are based on performances that I loved, but shows that are not top 10 material for me.
Who all have you seen in Oh Mary so far?
Just Cole and Jinx.
Okay. And from that, whose performance do you favor?
Well, here's the thing. I had no prior exposure to Cole. Like, I didn't know anything about Cole other than Oh Mary. And I saw the show before we interviewed them and before meeting them and all these things. So
right.
I just feel like I wasn't as like invested in them.
Sure.
As well as like the other cast members. Whereas when I saw it with Jinx Monsoon, who I'm like obsessed with Jinx Monsoon. If you know me, you know that I'm obsessed. And Michael Urie. And like that duo was just so good to me because I cared so much about them. I've heard Jane Krakowski is amazing. I just like don't really have like a personal connection to her. Mm-hmm. I do wish I saw Titus.
Yeah, you gotta watch 30 Rock.
Yeah,
so good. Okay, well, these are my two honorable mentions. Amazing. Okay, my two honorable mentions are Goddess at the Public.
Yes,
because I loved this show. I've never seen anything like it. It was incredibly creative. The story was captivating, but the music and the choreography and the costumes, it was just phenomenal. It was a world. The world building that they did in Goddess at the Public, like I felt like I had gone into this other like magical dimension that they were creating. And Amber Iman in it, her voice, like
I want it to transfer so badly, even if it's another off-Broadway run or something. I feel like when I saw it, I was like tired and not in the best headspace. I was exhausted.
Yeah.
So I just feel like I didn't appreciate it to the extent I should have, but I do know that it was amazing. And I just like want to see it again so bad. So I'm really hoping that it has a life.
It was one of the most beautiful shows I've ever seen, and for sure one of the best off-Broadway shows that I've ever seen. I loved it. It was incredible. It needs to come to Broadway. I think it could potentially be successful. You just have to think about how the branding would look. Like I envision it, and it's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
So yes, this was one of my honorable mentions. My other honorable mention is Romy and Michelle.
I actually am so mad I didn't see this show.
So I'm going to say this probably a million times, but for me, a musical working, it is not dependent on a perfect casting or a humongous set or like extremely clever lyricism. It is about if everything is working together within the world that they have created and it's just meshing, everything's moving forward properly. We're trusting the audience to be smart and that we are on board with them. We're not like holding their hands through the plot. That is one of my biggest critiques of so many shows. It's like you don't need to say everything. Not everything needs to be on the page. And Romy and Michelle was perfect. It was a show that was set easily in the 90s or early 2000s. And it just was so nostalgic to be in that world again. All of the bright colors. It was beautiful. And I was shocked at the production value. It was a great show. For it to be off Broadway, I was like, this is Broadway aimed. I know it's not going to Broadway, but that it was clear that they were trying, and that was the intention, because everything about the set, it was just they had screens, but the way they utilized them was just perfect. Everything was amazing. Of course, Laura Bell Bundy and Cara Lindsay, the comedic genius between the two of them, they worked with each other so well. It was like female Gutenberg. There. I finally figured it out. It was like female Gutenberg. Okay. Bryn's 10.
We're not going to do it at the same time?
No.
Okay. My number 9 and number 10 are like pretty tied, but my number 10 was Bad Boy.
Wow.
I love this show. I think like it was just so crazy that it was just like, it was so crazy you couldn't really like have opinions about it because you were just like, what is going on?
I completely agree.
Yeah. So I was just like, what the heck is going on? I'm having fun. The songs are good. Taylor Trench is amazing. But like, I'm not paying enough attention to like actually the quality of it because what is going on?
I left and I was like, I have nothing to say, but I liked it.
Yeah, I loved it. The same person wrote the music for this that did for Heathers, which makes a lot of sense, and Legally Blonde.
Yes.
I'll say it. Bring back Bad Boy.
I disagree, but that's okay. My 10 is Take the Lead at Paper Mill Playhouse.
I wish I saw this too.
So this was a beautiful show. I don't think a lot of people saw it. It had Tam Mutu from Moulin Rouge. It had Adrienne Bailon from the Cheetah Girls. And from all of the shows I've seen off Broadway, it is the most primed for Broadway. This has a future. The choreography was insane. It has everything that you love about In the Heights. There was so much culture to it. And you fully there were so many characters, but you knew who each of them were in such a cool way. Like how you probably feel about all the Kimberly characters. It's like, you know who this well-rounded character is. That's how Take the Lead felt. And it also was extremely youthful. The energy on that stage I haven't seen again since I saw Outsiders.
I hope it has a life because I would love to see it.
It was amazing.
I know it. My number 9 is Boo.
Yes!
I actually
oh my God, I'm so happy.
Only had like 2 musicals in my Spotify Wrapped this year. I had a low musical Spotify Wrapped compared to my history, and one of them was Boop, because I love some of these songs. Plot wise, not my favorite show ever, but the songs I think were so underratedly good. And obviously Jasmine Amy Rogers, that performance is another once in a lifetime performance to me. Like I thought she was so freaking good. But it's interesting now, having seen her in Spelling Bee, her voice is not as different from her Boop voice as I thought it would be.
Oh, I thought so differently.
Really?
Yes. I was like, yes, she can do something else. Like, no, my girl.
I don't mean it like that.
Okay,
I mean it in that, like, I thought the like accent she was putting on, just like the way that she was like, oh, like doing her voice for Boop wasn't as different from her normal voice as I thought it would be.
Oh, no, she genuinely talks like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like she is
I think
Betty
that's
Boop.
what it surprised me. But her acting in the other show, in Spelling Bee, it like she can do more than one thing. That's not what I mean at all. I just mean like it's not as like animated as I thought it was. Yeah.
Anyway, I got you.
That's my
like
number
she
9.
wasn't having to maybe do as much acting as it seemed to somebody who had never seen Jasmine Amy Rogers before. Like when you realize it's kind of like Kristen Chenoweth is Glinda. It's kind of just like synonymous.
Exactly.
Okay, love. My 9 is All Nighter. This was an amazing play. A lot of these things, how I like rank them high is based on how long I was thinking about it after. And I could not get this play out of my head. I thought all of their performances were amazing in it. And it was an extremely relatable play for me. And I loved it. Boom.
Very good. Good number 9. My number 8, I don't remember what it was. I have to look at it. Oh, Punch.
What?
I loved.
I'm shocked by how
this
surprised
play.
I am by all of yours.
I loved this play.
I love that play too.
This
loved
play was
that.
so good. This was the last time I saw a play and was like, what? And like heart-wrenched, amazing.
There's was like an amazing play.
Yes, there is one scene in this play, which is closed now, so I guess I can spoil it. I mean, I'm sure there's other productions, but the scene where they meet for the first time with the counselor is like one of the best scenes I've ever seen done in a play. Like I was blown away. The fact that that lead was not frickin' British is insane. He had the best British accent I've ever heard anyone have, and I think he'll be nominated for a Tony.
I really hope he is. He's incredible. I love that play too.
Such a good play.
I love that that's in your top 10.
Such a good play.
My 8 is Boop. I love Boop. I love the costumes. I love the score. I love the characters. I did like the plot. It was just so happy. Can we not just be joyous on Broadway? It deserved so much more. Oh, I love it.
You're gonna break the play.
That was really aggressive.
Okay. What number are we on?
7.
7. My number 7.
Why did I throw that so hard?
I know you really threw it. Purpose.
Okay, see, I was wondering when you were spouting off about these plays, I was like, does she not put Purpose in her top 10?
Unfrickin' real. I wish I had seen it more than once. I know.
Sorry, I saw her next one.
I still think about this show. Carrie Young. That's what I'll say.
That's right. My 7 is You're in Town. I loved this musical. And I think I loved this musical so much because I had no idea what it was going to be like going into it. And I was like a little disappointed because Jordan Fisher was out and I was like, oh, I'm going to see his understudy. His understudy made it. He was amazing. There's one scene that Reed and I still talk about all the time. It might be the Act 2 opener, but it's that choir scene where he's like conducting the choir and it's hysterical.
Yeah.
I love this, and I was pissed that I only got to see it one time. And of course, Rainn Wilson, seeing him on a stage, Keala Settle. This cast was just it for me. And now I'm like a huge fan. And it was also just like one of those musicals that I saw that kind of made me look at a lot of musicals in a different way, because I've never liked having a narrator, but the way that they did it was so creative. Also, I think there's like some similarities to this. And there was something I saw recently that was like they do it in a Urinetown-ish way where they, chess, like the Arbiter. You know, like usually we don't like these narrator figures because they just make the energy dip in a show. And we're like, just trust the audience that we're on board. But these characters, they just made them super friendly, and like they were the audience's friend on stage that saw them and that talked to them. And it's awesome. I love this show.
Yeah, it was a good show. I also wish I could have seen it more than once.
Yes.
Yeah.
So good. And that was one of the musicals that I left being like, I think that's going to be one of the best ones of the year for me.
Yeah, I love that.
6.
My 6, Lindsey could see what it was, is All Nighter.
I did not think that was going to be in your top.
Really?
Just because I felt like I loved it so much, and you liked it too, but it was overlooked by another play that you loved more.
Yes, it was the era of All Nighter was also the era of something else you'll see come up. I loved this show. I went back, I saw it again. I loved the cast. It all around just like a great show. Julia Lester is unreal.
It was a very well-written show.
Yeah.
6 for me is Death Becomes Her. This was a late ad because I thought surely I saw that in 2024. No, I saw it for the first time in March of 2025.
Me too, actually.
And then I think I saw it 3 times after that. This is just one of those shows. Now, a lot of these shows for me, they're extremely personal, and I feel like they fit my personality, which is why I love them so much. And Death Becomes Her, I wouldn't say necessarily like fits my personality, but I can look at it and say that is a sublime piece of work. It's hysterical, which I love a comedy, but you know what I mean? Like some things it's just like, I love the work, but it's not necessarily like my type, but I still love it and went back and saw it 2 more times.
Yeah.
The performances, Chris Sieber, I love him, Jen Samar,
So
like
good.
everything that this show has given us, all of the TikTok trends, all of the costume design, I love her for those reasons.
I can't wait to see it again with Betsy Wolf.
That is exciting.
Okay. I'm really excited to see what your top 5 are, because I'm at a point that I think we're not going to have a lot of overlap with what's remaining.
I know so far. I'm surprised we have.
I know what's left in mine, and I don't think
Let's go.
a lot of them are in yours, so I'm really curious. My number 5 was Spelling Bee, which feels a little weird because I did see it in DC, but the cast was very different.
Very different.
In New York.
Yes.
It was pretty high on my list when I saw it in DC, but I just love this show so much. It is another one of those shows that's just like so insane, but it works so well. And the level of improv that they do is hilarious. The guest spellers and the addition of Justin Cooley made it even more perfect for me. And I can't wait to go back. I just love it. I love it. I literally love it.
My 5 is Chess.
Wow.
Chess is my 5.
I think our 4 is the same.
I love this show, obviously, so much. It is one of the shows that I do feel I need to see it a second time.
Me too.
And that will solidify my place. That's what we've said this whole time. Guess what? It's kind of a hard ticket to get, which is why we have not seen it again. But this cast is dynamite. I love the story that it tells. I obviously love Aaron Tveit in his underwear. Y'all don't need to hear me go on. I love it. It's another one like Death Becomes Her. It's not necessarily my type of show, but it's still like incredible, that ensemble. I love the costumes. I love the choreo. It's very unique. It's not like anything else that I have seen on Broadway. And the score is insane.
Yeah.
That score is crazy. So this is my number 5. Bryn thought it was going to be my number 1.
I think our
Right?
4s are the same.
Oh, really? Should we reveal at the
Based
same
on
time?
the pictures on the back. Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Heather's is our number 4. Wait.
Yeah. Wait, was the playbill different? Interesting.
Yeah.
This is crazy because I saw it for the first time literally a week ago.
Yay.
But Lindsey is so happy. The first time I saw it, I wasn't like head over heels. But I will say a sign of a good musical is I go home and I want to listen to the soundtrack. And all I have listened to for the last 2 weeks is the Heather soundtrack, which
so
Lindsey has been
happy.
waiting for me to enter this phase of my life.
Yes, I have.
I have never been attracted to Casey Likes until he murdered people. I've seen him over the years. I saw him in Almost Famous, like almost 4 years ago now. 3 years ago, that was. And he's so good.
He's so good.
When he's like, it's so good. And I will say, when the person threw up behind us, we went to the stage door after and we were chatting with him. And I said, Casey, your Dead Girl Walking was so good that the girl behind me threw up everywhere. And he was like, you're lying. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. No way.
She did not throw up during Dead Girl Walking.
Right at the end during the applause.
I would be so
Which is why I didn't hear it. But he was like, she saw my bare chest and said, blah. And I was like, oh, I love you. It is such a good show.
Funny. I really have nothing else to say. I've been waiting my whole life to see this on a stage, and I finally did. And it fulfilled everything that I was looking for. It exceeded my expectations. Are we getting a cast album? Did they record something? That will be atrocious. That will be like a criminal offense if we do not get a cast album for Heathers. Yeah, love that show.
Yeah, I can't believe I waited like 3 months being back in New York to see it, because I do fear that, I mean, maybe it was good for my bank account, because if I had seen it like when we tried to in September, I would have seen Lorna on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
She's so good.
I can't believe I haven't gone back. If it were easier to like get a rush ticket, I would.
Now it is.
But yes, I will.
Yeah. I got rush tickets 4 times in 1 week.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Lindsay's going to guess what my number 3 is.
Okay, it's definitely John Proctor is the villain.
Oh, like what my top 3 are? Okay.
Ragtime. And
come on.
Why am I blanking?
Come on. This is crazy that she doesn't know.
It's hard to think of these things on the spot.
I've been waiting years. Girl.
You've been waiting years.
Do not log, you cheater.
You've been waiting years for this.
My most anticipated show, 100%.
Oh, it's Two Strangers. Dirty Dirt. Oh my God, I'm so silly.
Two Strangers Karaoke.
Yes, I knew. Okay.
My top 3 are honestly all tied. It was really hard for me to pick an order. I'm just like head over heels obsessed with the show. The fact that the other day on Wednesday, both their understudies went on at the same time and I couldn't go. Knife to the heart. But I can't wait to go back. I might try and go tomorrow, because why not? It's such like a wintry, Christmassy show.
It is that.
And I just like love it.
Love.
Two Strangers.
What are my top 3?
Okay.
Give us a guess.
Well, I see one of the things that looks really different. So I feel like it's maybe Tartuffe. Well, I don't know. I didn't think it would be Tartuffe, but
okay, go on.
I'm trying to figure out what would look like that. Is it Delaria?
I don't know.
Okay, I think it might be Delaria. And then
you're gonna kick yourself.
But what looks like that? Oh,
she's remembering.
Oh my God, it's something you saw off Broadway.
Oh my God, she has no idea. Okay.
Oh, it's Richard. Is it Richard II? Okay. One of those is definitely London because it looks different. I bet you it's Richard II. And then the other 2 of those are Broadway. What on Broadway?
Come on, Bryn.
I'm thinking.
Neither of these were in your top 10.
Yeah. Did you see Little Shop for the first time this year? Okay, Little Shop is definitely one of them with Milo. Little Shop, Richard II, and...
Okay, just leave it there.
Okay.
You did not guess my top. Okay, this is crazy. Okay, my 3rd is Little Shop of Horrors with Milo Manheim and
Dead
Liz
Outlaw.
Gillies. And
your number 1 is Dead Outlaw.
And okay, yes, obviously this was one of the best experiences I have ever had seeing a Broadway show. Milo is primed for Broadway. Milo, please come back to Broadway. You are the potentially, other than Jonathan Bailey, you might have been one of my favorite performances of the entire year. He was really just insane. And it being my first time to ever see Little Shop of Horrors, that is a good musical. I know, shocker, everyone, right? That is a good musical. And Liz Gillies was so beautiful, so fitting in the role of Audrey. It was worth every penny. Probably my most expensive ticket of the entire year. I think we paid like $179 for this ticket.
The fact that you paid more for that than for Leslie Odom is crazy.
I know, right?
That's wild. I do wish I saw Milo in it.
It was amazing.
I really want to go see Joy Woods, but I'm scared of Disney Channel fans, and they were out by the masses last night for Josh Bassett. Like,
well, it'll die down.
Insane. It'll die down, but
okay, you're number 2.
Okay, my number 2, John Proctor's the villain.
It's number 2.
I know.
Okay, wow.
This is one of my favorite shows I've ever seen my entire life. I am so obsessed with it to the point that I am considering getting on an airplane to go to London to see it.
As you should.
I probably will, because it also overlaps with the Last 5 Years concert, which is sold out, but maybe I can find a ticket because Ben Platt, I love you. I just I can't really find words right now to express how much I love the show, but I really, really freaking love it. I don't think I've ever felt that way in a theater.
That's beautiful.
I regret to say that I did not like the recasting. But maybe it was just because Sadie's performance in it was so perfect to me. I think as an overall cast, this is one of the best whole casts I've ever seen. Every single one of them was so good. I could talk about that show for literally hours. I love it.
My number 2 is Richard II with my man Jonathan Bailey.
It's a crazy program.
Isn't that amazing?
He looks amazing.
It's nice, isn't that?
Yeah.
I love this program. Here, get a closer look. This was the reason I went to London last year. It was unbelievable. Shakespeare can be good, is what this taught me. But Jonathan Bailey is one of the best actors. We've seen him as Fiyero. It's him practically being himself. Not really. He's an amazing actor, but I don't feel like he had to work that hard to be Fiyero, right? He's already the most charming person in the world.
He's the sexiest man alive.
Yeah. He was putting in the work. And it was just insane to see somebody who is that good at their craft. And I was front row to see those little toes on that stage. He is so beautiful in real life, so talented. And the way they did this show, I loved the set. It was amazing being in London, where being a Shakespeare actor is extremely competitive. And obviously it's probably the best of the best that are in this show with Jonathan Bailey. And they were all just phenomenal. I adored it. And I wish I could have seen it again.
I love that for you.
We're at number 1. I'm shocked that this is your number 1.
This is honestly hard. John Proctor very well could have been my number 1.
Yeah.
But my number 1 of the year is Ragtime. It feels a little bit like cheating because I did see it in 2024 at Lincoln Center. Not Lincoln Center. I did see it in 2024 at City Center, and the cast didn't change at all. But the staging definitely changed.
Yeah.
This is probably the best musical I've ever seen. I actually am just blown away. And I think the reason why I put it as my number 1 is because I saw it on Broadway, loved it, obviously. I'm obsessed with Ben Levi Ross. And then my mom was in town and I wanted her to see it so badly. And we got tickets 2 hours before. And I haven't felt that giddy, excited to go into a theater in so long. I cry every time I see it. I think it is so flipping good. And the cast is unbelievable. Joshua Henry. It's crazy to me. I am just I don't necessarily have words for how good it is. And it also just seems they have so much fun and they're loving it, and I feel that comes across, that they all get along really well, and it's amazing.
I can't wait to see it at Lincoln Center.
It's amazing.
I will be seeing it very soon. It's very high on my list.
It's amazing.
My number 1, this was hard. This was very hard, but I had to think about what sent me into a tailspin in 2024. What was my show of 2024? You could say it was Little Shop. You could say it was Richard II. But really, the one that swooped me up, and it was unexpected, but I loved each cast member so deeply. I thought the score was so clever, so well written. It flew by.
Mm-hmm.
It was an amazing musical. It's Dead Outlaw. This is the show I saw 4 times in 2024. And it was the only show that I really felt like, oh my gosh, it's closing. I have to go back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I was like, I'm going to miss this. Andrew Duran's performance was incredible. What a talent he is. I absolutely loved Eddie Cooper. It was
Very good.
joyous. One of my favorite things about this musical was the fact that each cast member, when their character would come on and they would sing their song, it almost felt like you were in a different musical. The way that the character, so like each character had their own genre and tone, and that's really hard to write a musical with a lot of different genres. And then What's My King's Name that's in Bo now?
Oh,
Tony nominated.
Jeb Brown.
He held it down. Like he held Dead Outlaw down. I just loved the folk aspects. It was an amazing show. And I have such a passion for it. Like I really did. And I'm sad it's off Broadway. But that's my number 1. Really surprisingly. Because the first time I saw it, I was like, why does everybody like that? Seriously, I was like, I don't see why everybody likes that show so much. And then I saw it a second time. And then I saw it a third. And then I saw it a fourth. And it was also one of the only shows that I was like, I want everyone to see this. And everyone that I brought to see was so glad that they saw it. Plus, being from the South, I just felt like it was a really accurate representation of like the outlaw nature and like that whole side of things, like the Wild West, which I'm fairly familiar with. So loved. And I loved like their aesthetic. I loved the design of the show. And, you know, they invited me to their Tony celebration party, which gives them a lot of extra points. So those are my top shows of 2025.
I love it. I think they both of our piles encapsulate whatever. I said it the exact same way both times. They both really represent us, I think.
They do.
And, you know, I think I agree that your like fixation of the year was Dead Outlaw.
Yeah.
And I think my fixation of the year was John Proctor.
Definitely John Proctor.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that we tied on Heathers.
I know.
I think if I would have seen it a few more times, it would have been higher. Same for Chess. But at this point, I was just like, you know, why haven't I seen it again yet? If I wanted to, I would have.
Yeah. I mean, we
it would
tried
have been
for
higher.
others.
This is true. So what was your favorite performance you saw? One singular performance that was like the performance of 2025.
I'm trying to think of a performance that I hadn't seen before. So even though like Ragtime, I want to say Joshua Henry, I have seen it before. So it feels a little bit like
amazing
cheating.
then. He's amazing now.
Like, I don't think this is actually the best one I saw, but it's the first one that comes to my mind. Sam Tutty.
Oh,
I like love him so much, but I don't think it's the best. I just think it was one of my favorites.
I thought you were going to say your King and Bat Boy, Taylor Trench.
Oh, well, he's an icon, but I think no. That's really hard. Like, I think Jonathan Groff is up there in Just in Time. Thinking of things that were new to me this year.
Yeah, mine was, it would have been Jonathan Bailey had he sung. But since it was just a play, you know, it's kind of hard. Milo was putting his whole Milussy into the role of Seymour.
That's good. Okay, wait, let me look at.
He was dying out for that role. Like, the amount of sweat going down his face. He was like putting it all on the line for Seymour. And that was incredible.
Trisha Paytas and Beetlejuice.
No, I will not. I will not take that for an answer. Denied.
Honestly, I just saw Ariana DeBose in The Baker's Wife. She was unbelievable, but not the best.
You know, I didn't really like consider Liberation that much. I loved that play.
I know, it was really close to making my top 10.
You know, I didn't make a list of like all of them. I just went through and was like, I liked all the photos of like that I thought would be my top 10. Liberation was amazing. It really was. But yeah, maybe not my top 10.
my favorite performance of someone who I saw for the very first time in 2025, honestly, was Jasmine Amy Rogers.
That is beautiful. I love
and
that.
Sam Teddy.
Love that.
And I think my favorite like ensemble group was John Proctor, because I can't pick out one of them that I was like, you were my favorite.
Okay.
But all together, they were my favorite.
Mm-hmm. I feel the same way about Dead Outlaw. Like, I feel like they were a collective.
Yeah.
Not one of them. Like, one of them could not have been taken out and the equation would have been the same. They were all just so perfect in that show.
I also will say that even though the show was not new to me, some of the people who joined The Outsiders this year, I think their performances were amazing. I love Sequoia as Dallas. He's one of the understudies. Also, Alex Joseph Grayson. The first time I saw him as Dallas, I lost my mind.
Yeah, ballistic, yes.
Eli Talley, the new Ponyboy understudy. Amazing.
I love that. Well, everyone, let us know in the comments. If you're watching on YouTube, you can also comment on Spotify, by the way.
Whoa.
Let us know what your top 3 at least are, because we want to know. It's okay if it wasn't in our piles. We accept all answers. You could even say you watched SpongeBob the Musical, which is popping off on TikTok right now. You've been hearing that?
Shrek.
And then he is about to set sail.
Oh my God.
Have you not been seeing that? You're not on that side of TikTok? That's crazy. It's all over my TikTok. I could do the whole dance for you right now, but I won't.
Really? All I watch right now is Angel Tree videos.
Oh, I'm not getting that. No, I'm not
getting
getting
the Angel Tree videos.
That's cute though.
Yeah, tell us how wrong you think our opinions are.
Nah, don't tell us that.
I think it's fun.
Thank you guys so much for listening to this final summation of the year, this final episode of From the Mezzanine for 2025. Bryn, tell them where they can find you.
I'm just at Bryn Harvey Raymond on Instagram and TikTok, which I haven't posted on in months. But maybe I'll start again.
And she's not just at Bryn. She's the at Bryn. And I am your host, Lindsay Stone. Welcome to this episode of From the Mezzanine. And you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at From the Mezzanine Broadway. And if you enjoyed this episode, guys, for my holiday bonus for being a Broadway bestie, why don't you leave me a rate and review wherever you're listening? That would be so, so, so beloved. And I would be so grateful for that. So thank you. And is that all I have to say? I think that's, if you want to become my personal Broadway bestie, you can join me over on the Patreon, everybody. That's patreon.com/FromTheMezzanine, and you will get access to the Meet Me at the Stage Door episodes, which are the bonus episodes that I do every single week. You can also find those episodes on Spotify if you're a Spotify listener, just by simply unlocking the bonus content. $5.99 a month. You know, it is what it is. It's fun. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much. Have a happy holidays. And we'll see you next time.
Bye. See you next year.
Bye.